Welcome to Unselfishly Me, a podcast all about self-love, self-care, and everything in between. I'm Jane, a personal trainer with a focus on self-love. Each week, we'll be chatting to someone about their self-love journey, how long it took, and what it took to get there. So today I thought that I would just do a little intro podcast just to let you all know what it's going to be about going forward and just introduce you to who I am. So my name is Jane. I'm mostly known as Gia Jane, and I'm a personal trainer based in Durban, South Africa. I've always been a self-love advocate with my personal training clients. I've always told them to speak kindly in the mirror, choose their words to themselves, etc. So it was a natural progression for me to go from working on the outside to working on the inside. I've been working on the outside of people and helping them for 13 years, so it was about time that I started working on the inside a little bit more, since it's always been a passion of mine to help them to speak kindly to themselves and to do a little bit of work from the inside out. But now I'm super passionate about it, and that's why I've created Unselfishly Me, which is an 8-week self-love e-course. So being a personal trainer, you'd think that I would be super in shape, 6-pack, competing on the stage. But that's not my vibe. I'm just a normal girl, average size. I've always been like that, and it's what I enjoy. I don't want to be on either side of the spectrum. I live an 80-20 lifestyle, eat cake. Most people know that I'm obsessed with cake. And yeah, I treat myself. I live a really good life. With the 80-20 rule, and I don't deprive myself, and I think that's super important to live your best life, whatever that means to you. Believe it or not, I do know what it feels like to have to lose weight. Having lived in the UK for a year after studying, I too experienced the almighty Heathrow injection and put on 12 kgs. Yes, I, the fitness person working in a gym, put on 12 kgs. So if anyone knows what it feels like to not feel comfortable in your own skin, trust me, I also do. I know what it's like to look in the mirror and not like what you see, to speak to yourself so badly because you're literally disgusted with yourself, and to put yourself down day in and day out, and to even apologize to people for the way you look when they haven't even said a word. But I also know what it's like to come out on the other side, loving yourself. Takes time, takes work, but this side is way more comfortable, happy, fun, and worthwhile. So I hope that I can inspire some of you to take a few steps to just start loving yourself a little bit more each day. So how did I come up with Unselfishly Me? It was about a year ago, and I was being interviewed by my friend Kerry Bainborough. She's got her own podcast, and we were doing an episode on self-love, because she's dubbed me the self-love trainer. And we had such a good discussion, and we were just having such a blast. And I was on such a high from talking about self-love and promoting it and trying to spread the word and try and help women to just love themselves a bit more. And I went back down to the house from my office, and I was watching a friend's Instagram stories and how she was putting herself down because she kept saying she needed to lose weight, for her birthday. I think it was in about a month's time. And I got so angry. I love this friend dearly, and she knows that. And I just want her to live her best life. And I just got so angry because she was speaking so badly about herself. And she was like, I need to lose weight in 2 weeks. And how can I do it? And I was just like, love yourself more. And then she wrote back to me and she said, I can't. And it just broke my heart because I was like, but I want you to. And just to have someone say that to you and to actually know that she meant it and she was being honest, that's probably what broke my heart the most. So I'm like, please let me help you. I just want to help you. So we took it across to WhatsApp, and I was chatting to her, and I was sending her some mantras and things to try and get her motivated. And I said, please just let me help you. I promise you, it really does help when you start loving yourself more. She was like, okay, open-minded, but I can just imagine what she thought. Jane's become such a hippie since she started yoga. So I sent her a video by Marissa Peer. I was like, just watch this. I was going into a yoga class, believe it or not. And I was just thinking about her the whole time, and I was like, oh my God. she's not going to watch it. I don't think she's going to watch it. She's going to say she's going to watch it and she's not. That I came out and she'd watched it and she was like, oh my word, that was amazing. Okay, let's do this. So for the next few days, I was sending her homework to do, like go for a walk with a podcast, sending her certain things to listen to and to watch and just to journal and just to like basically speak to herself and ask herself some, questions. And when do we actually sit and journal and ask ourselves what we're grateful for, or, what do I actually want that's not, to do with the outside world? So I started helping her. But through talking to her, like the next day, I was just like, I need to help more people. Like if she can feel a little bit motivated in like an hour watching that and just being sent some things, like I could help so many other people. So I decided I'm going to do a course. Now, please bear in mind, I've never created a course in my life. I do not know how to create an e-course or what I was going to do, but I just kind of winged it. And within like 3 days, I had already made an appointment with my friend Kim, who does all my graphic designing. And before I had a meeting with her, I had a kinesiologist appointment, and I was telling her about my idea, and she tested it and was like 99%, yes, you have to do this. And I had written some names down, but none of them actually were good. I actually need to find them because I remember they were, looking back, I was like, oh, this is terrible. But she helped me pick the name, and somehow it literally was not taken as a .com or .coza. I've trademarked it. The Instagram was available. The hashtag had only been used, I think, like 3 times. It just literally all came together like it was all meant to be. So I had the name and everything, and I kind of had like an idea of how I wanted to curate it. Because let's be honest, when there's people like Oprah and Marissa Peer and all these other self-love gurus and spiritual gurus, you're not going to ever compete with them. So I decided I was going to curate the best content that I found helpful. And that's how I've done my course. So I've curated a whole bunch of content, created some of my own, and I will create more of my own going forward. But I've made it super interactive. There's podcasts, there's videos, there's mantras. So each week is themed. And with it being themed, I've then curated everything into that theme. There's meditations. There's so much that I've put into it. That's just a fun and interactive way of actually learning a new topic, asking yourself questions. Like the journal prompts are all themed to the week. And it kind of starts slowly and builds up as you get more and more comfortable with the topic and asking yourself and getting into a routine. So I love it because it's basically how I want to study something. I think it's a fun way of doing it. And it's not like this heavy topic where it's like a chore to actually do the work. It's like really interesting conversations and topics that you get to learn in a fun and interactive way. So after my kinesiologist appointment with the name and everything, I had Kim and I told her all about it, and I was like, I have an idea for this is the name. She was just like, what? Only you. And we did some ideas for logos and stuff already and chatted, and I told her my ideas for the themes for the weeks, and it really snowballed from there. I literally went home and started curating the content and putting it all together. And from there, I would type everything up once I had it, and then I sent it to Kim, and she created the e-course. So, it was a really big team effort, but I did everything in 1 month. So I'm a bit of an overachiever, and I just wanted to get it out there as quick as possible for people, just to help as many women as I could. So I stayed up until midnight most nights, after work, in between clients. And in a month, I created the whole course and launched, and it was amazing. And it's just been doing so well. And it's just the feedback and the aha moments that I've been getting from people is just mind blowing. I think I didn't expect so many people to have their aha moments, especially the ones that it's like anything in life. What you put in is what you get out. So I send everything weekly on purpose so that you don't just get a course and sit there with your 8-week course and you go to week 2 and then you never carry on. So it keeps you, accountable as you go, because you only get the content for the week each week. And some of the girls have just put in so much effort and they've just thrown themselves into it, and they've just got such amazing results that I've literally seen them like blooming in front of me. It's just been amazing getting the messages and things that they didn't even realize that they were doing to themselves and patterns they were repeating. And it's just amazing how you don't even realize half the stuff you're saying to yourself every day. We have so many thoughts in a day, and to think that 80% of them are probably negative is just heartbreaking. So it's been an amazing journey. It's probably the best job I've ever had, and I just can't wait to see where it goes from here. And starting this podcast has been just another step. I get to interview some amazing people about their journeys and just get some advice from them that can help other people. So I hope that you'll stick around, you'll listen, you'll learn, and give me some feedback on who you'd like to hear interviewed on the podcast, and anything that you've learned along the way about self-love. Or if you have any questions, just follow us on social media at Unselfishly Me and send me a message, and I can help you from there. So I hope that gave you a little bit of insight into who I am, what I do and what I want to do, and what I want to do with this podcast. And I hope that we'll speak to you soon. Thanks for listening to Unselfishly Me. Follow us on Instagram at Unselfishly Me and check out our website www.unselfishlyme.com.